First time caller out of Alabama, Sweet Home, Alabama. Jordan, thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Jesse?
All is well. How you doing, Jordan?
I'm doing all right. I was just going to ask you a quick question about, you were talking about the legalization of marijuana and everything.
Yes.
I was going to ask you a question about abortion, but I decided not to ask you that. I'm going to ask you about the marijuana instead.
Okay.
Because I think it's a better topic.
Why are you in support of? Because you're out of Alabama, and I have the story coming up where from Drudge and AL.com, Alabama Senate passes near total ban on abortion. Are you as happy about that as I am?
A total ban on abortion?
Yes.
Oh. The only thing is with me is like, I think that it should maybe be legal up until about like maybe 4 months into the pregnancy. I think after that, when the baby is actually more fully developed instead of just being a small,
So it's okay to kill a baby in the womb as long as it's not fully developed?
Well, I don't think up until it's actually developed enough to be called a baby that it's really a baby. At that point, it's more like a part of the woman. It's more like a...
No, it's not a part of her at all. It's just inside there being preserved to be born, but it's not a part of her, because when the woman killed the baby at any point, she's not killing herself. She's killing another developing child inside the womb.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but that's more like a moral standpoint. And I would think that maybe under the terms of the woman, like if she knew that the baby was not going to have a good life because of her situation, of what was going on, that maybe she would not want to have the child to raise
So
it
if a woman you're saying that if a woman got pregnant and she realized, I can't take care of the baby, I better kill it, or should she have it and put it up for adoption?
Well, see, but the thing is like, if I was at a point when I was young, like when I was like 17, that I almost got my ex-girlfriend pregnant because I was just making really bad decisions. And I mean, that happens sometimes. And I feel like when they come to the realization and it really hits them that they're about to be a parent and they understand that they're about to put their baby through a lot of pain and suffering, that, maybe it's so early on in the pregnancy that the baby isn't even really, like the brain hasn't developed and everything. So it's not, I don't really consider it a living being, because if you were to take it out, it would stop living, because it's not its own being yet, like it has to be fully developed to come out and be its own living being and stay alive.
That's not true. So, it is alive in the womb. So you're saying that when you were dating, you almost got your girlfriend pregnant. How did you almost get her pregnant?
Because it was just like I was young and stupid, and it was like a lust of the moment thing, and then I had to go.
Did she think she was pregnant or something?
To let me. No, I had to go beg my mom to let me get a Plan B pill the night after, because I was like really scared that I was about to get her pregnant.
Amazing. And so,
the day after.
And so, has she gotten pregnant? And she said,
no.
If she had,
I mean, like it could have happened.
Right.
I mean, it might not have happened. I doubt it would have happened.
But if she had,
I felt like it was going to happen.
And so, if it had happened, and she told you, Jordan, I got pregnant last night, you would be like, go kill the baby, go and kill my child. You would have told her that.
Well, because yes, technically yes, because
you said technically yes. You would have told her to go,
but it's not. But it's not a baby to me yet. You see what I'm saying? I understand where you're saying like it's its own being and everything, but like I said, it is so small at that moment. Like it's not even its own. It's still like almost the size of a sperm.
But it's still growing. It's growing inside the womb, just like it does outside the womb when it come out as a little baby. It's still a little baby.
completely. It has to completely form from nothing. You understand that? Like, there's nothing there at first.
Yes,
But it has
there's
to
something there.
completely
It's a
form.
living being, developing baby. A soul is being developed. Your son, your daughter is being developed inside the womb. And you would have been okay if your girlfriend, thank God you didn't, but if you had got her pregnant and she came the next morning and said, hey, I'm pregnant, you would have been okay if she said, I'm going downtown and kill it.
The way I look at it is...
Give me a yes or no on that.
Okay, yes.
Amazing.
Why?
How old are you?
Yes. I'm 19 at the moment. But
You're 19?
Yes, sir.
Are you a Christian?
No, sir.
Are you atheist?
No, sir. I'm not really an atheist either. I cannot disprove. I really don't consider myself an atheist because honestly, I cannot disprove that there's a God because I don't truly know what's out there.
Can you prove there is no God?
I've received.
Can you prove there is no God?
I cannot prove that. No, sir.
So were you raised a Christian?
My mom, she was raised in Christianity, but she decided as well, like kind of like I did, that she didn't really fully trust everything about it. But yes, I was raised in it. Like my grandfather, he was a preacher at our local church, but he died of cancer. I believe when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And after that, my grandmother kind of stopped going to church, but she's still a Christian and everything, but nobody ever really enforced it on me. So I was kind of like at my own free will about it, And I did read the Bible a little bit. And
how about your father? Did you grow up with your father?
No, my mom and my dad divorced, and I grew up with my mom and my stepfather.
Well, and
he was an okay guy, but he was like...
You love your father?
I do, yeah. My dad's a really great guy.
You're close to him?
Yeah, now I am. When I was a kid, I would only go visit him on the weekends.
Yeah.
And it didn't really, it didn't really feel like we were always close, but it wasn't like as close as we could have been if we lived together.
Right, I understand. And does he know you would kill his grandchild if your girlfriend got pregnant?
I mean, I'm sure he does, and I don't know if he would agree with it or not. But I mean,
amazing.
He probably wouldn't. I mean, but if she were down the line like 2-3 months pregnant, where it was more developed, and I would feel I would probably not lean towards abortion as more, I would probably lean towards more like how to figure out what's going to happen when the baby is born. Who's going to take care of it? How it's going to happen? Because I knew that if I did have a baby, I was not going to be able to stay with her. Like, that would not have worked. Because me and her, we were just teenagers. And
so now you realize, have you now realized you should not have sex at all until you get married?
I believe that I should have used protection and not have been dumb about having sex.
I mean, now that you're, how old are you, 19, you say?
Yes, I'm 19. I do believe that I probably should have just stayed away from that completely, yes.
I mean, now, not in the past, but now that you're 19, are you going to wait until you get married?
I mean, probably not.
Beta!
I knew you were going to say it, man. You know what?
Beta!
I kind of...
What does it feel like to be a beta male?
Oh no, this is great, dude. This is my dream to be. Oh my God, you don't understand how much I love you. Like I show my entire family all your videos. Yeah. And I just sit there every time that you call people a beta. Like I laugh so much. So this is my dream right now, dude. You're making my dream come true. I've always wanted to come on your show and you scream beta at me. This is fantastic. And another thing I want to hear you say is black lesbian. Can you say that real quick?
Black lesbian.
Thank you. Oh, God, dude, this is awesome. Okay, man.
Do you smoke pot?
I love your show. I love you. Sometimes, yeah. But see, I use it I believe that I use it as a tool. I think that
You use it as a tool to get high?
Yes. No. Well, yeah. Well, yes, sir. Yes, I do. But I use it as a tool. And also, when you get high, and it makes you kind of see things in a different perspective.
Like how?
And I know that. So now, like if I smoke pot, it's not really more like I want to get high and get away from the feeling that of being sober. It's more that I want to get high so that my brain is working in a different way to perceive my problems that are going on differently a little bit, so I can think of things in a different perspective.
Give me an example. Give me a quick example of a problem you're having, and you get high so you can perceive it in a different way. Give me a quick example of a problem.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's really just anything. I mean, anything that happens, like it's, I just have a really bad day and I'm thinking bad about like I'm really upset at somebody else.
Yeah.
If I were to go smoke pot, it would make me calm down, first of all, because it has that factor. It relieves anxiety and stress.
Amazing.
And also, it would kind of make me stop and think about, instead of being angry at that person, it would make me think about how, like, it would kind of make me stop and think about how I would feel if I were in their shoes.
Amazing. Are you high right now? You been smoking today?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Do you live with your mother?
Every day.
You live with your mother?
I do it in the morning.
So what now?
No, sir. I live with my grandmother now because she
Beta.
but she lives by herself, dude.
That's not your problem.
Cancer.
That's not your problem. It's not your mother should go save her.
Dude, she walks around on canes, man. Like, I can't let her live by herself.
Why don't your mother go stay with her? That's a woman's job to go take care of mama. Not your job.
Because she has a life with her stepdad, and she now has a grandchild with her stepson and his wife. So, like, I mean, my uncle.
Come back to the phone.
My uncle used to live with her, but he had.
But how come the men are doing the woman's job while the woman is living like the men? It's not your mother. It's your grandmother, and it's your mother.
Yeah, but she's retired. And my uncle had to move out to live with his child and his wife.
But how about you going and having a life?
Well, I'm only 19.
Right, that's why you should be out.
I'm about to be going to college. So, like, I'm still going to have my opportunity to get my life. I'm still young, Jeffrey. Like, I still have a whole life to live ahead of me, you know?
I know, but Jason,
I'm just looking at my grandmother right now because
Jordan.
I love her.
Jordan, you're 19 years old. You need to be out working, having your own place, dealing with the issues of life, becoming a man. It's not your job.
I completely agree with you.
It's not your job to be taking the role of the woman.
But do you see how I would feel if I were to leave her by herself? Do you understand how I would feel about her safety? I mean, she walks around with 2 canes, and she has really bad, if she were to fall and nobody was here to help her up, she couldn't get up on her own.
Well, why can't you it's your mother's mother?
Yeah.
Why can't they can't put her in a convalescent home or something? Or nursing home?
I don't want to put her in one of those places. I hear all the bad stuff. No. That's horrible.
Amazing.
But Jesse, you have to understand, like, I'm trying to get my life going right now.
But you can't do that by living with your grandmother.
I don't understand why not, because I can still get a job and I can.
What would happen if your grandmother?
I can still have a social life.
Joy, what would happen if your grandmother should fall while you're high?
I can help her up, Jesse.
But you'd be too high. It won't look. Let's say you laying back watching TV.
Have you ever smoked pot?
Yeah.
I don't think that when you smoke pot, it impaired you enough to not be able to help your grandmother up after she falls. If you were smoking some kind of, you must have been smoking like peyote or something, my man, because you were not smoking pot.
Amazing. Jordan, I got to ask you this, and then I got to run. What part of Alabama you live in?
Tallahassee. I don't know if you know where that is. It's you were talking about the Macon County stuff the other day.
Yes.
Tallahassee is literally right beside Macon County, so that's really scary to me how close that was to my home. I don't know if you've ever been through Tallahassee before.
Yeah, I know exactly where you are, man. Well, I got to run. Will you call me again?
Yes, sir. I tried to call you before, but I got you like right at the end of the show.
Oh, okay. Well, be sure to call me again and work on, as you know, overcoming your mother so you can overcome the pot.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'll work on that.
All right, buddy.
Keep doing this show, dude. I love it. I watch it every day. You're fantastic. I love everything you do and say.
I appreciate that, Jordan. Call me again, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have a good day.
You too. Amazing. Nice call. Nice guy. It's unfortunate that it's just so crazy, Joel, that you got a 19-year-old man. Somebody set him up to believe he need to take care of grandma. When my grandmother got older, matter of fact, she lived by herself until she got really old. And then when there was time of need, her daughters would go and help out. They didn't live with her, as far as I can remember. Once they became adults, they moved out. They got married and stuff like that. And when she got so old that she couldn't live by herself, matter of fact, my grandmother, I think she didn't want them living with her, but once she got really old, they had her to move up to Indiana, where they were. And instead of moving in with them, she moved into one of those big apartment complexes for older people, retired older men and women. And they would have their own single apartment, but they would have people around to take care of them night and day. They never really, I don't remember them imposing on their children like that. As a matter of fact, so what?
I say, right. That's what those things are for.
Yeah.
Those homes.
And she lived in an apartment. She had her own apartment, but it was in a building for retired people.
Yeah.
And it was nice. But now you have young men being set up to take care of grandma and mama instead of the daughters. It shouldn't be imposed upon the daughters either, to be honest with you, because the parents should be more, take care of themselves better, prepare for when they get old, so if things go wrong, they don't have to impose on others. But they didn't want to impose on their children, adult children. And now you have the men staying home and taking care of grandma and mama. I know men right now in their 60s who are stuck at home and they're depressed, they're angry about it, they're smoking and drinking and because they're depressed about it and they hate the situation. While the daughters are out living, having a life, getting married, having jobs. And the boys have been turned into the women. And because the males are emotionally attached to mama, they don't even realize there's something wrong with that picture.